Hello and welcome to my channel on the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And today let's find out what's been on the hook. A lot of things have been on the hook. Grab a cup of coffee or your iced tea or whatever you like to drink and your crochet, and let's talk about several things. First of all, I have a KnitCrate unboxing, that's in air quotes, unboxing to show you, and also a peek at the book that usually comes in the KnitCrate box. I have it pulled up on my computer and I want to show it to you because this is what you get if you don't order the box with the book and everything in it. And I think it's extra $3 or $4, and I may do that next month just so I'll have the box and the book. But this month I received my yarn in a bag, and the book is on my computer, so I'm going to turn the camera over there when I get ready and show you what it looks like when you order KnitCrate monthly subscription. I like it. I'm not sponsored by them, but I enjoy trying out new luxury yarns, and now you get to pick the colors that you want, so it really makes it a lot easier. And you can also skip a month if you don't like those colors or you don't want that yarn. You can skip a month and move on to the next. So it's really a great program. I like it. I like the way they structure it, and even now that you can select your colors, and the colors aren't a surprise. The luxury yarn might be a surprise, but the colors are not a surprise anymore, and that's helpful to me. I don't like getting colors that I just really don't like. I did receive some a couple months ago, or maybe it was last month, that was in the chunk yarn, and it was a brownish black color. I didn't really care for it too much, but when I made it up, it turned out really nice into a snood and a cowl. So I enjoyed working with that, and it was a surprise to me, but the type of yarn was a surprise. The color, not so much. I just missed the window to change that to a different color, but I actually liked the color that I received, and I didn't really want to order any more when the double down came around, which is when KnitCrate allows you to buy the yarn that was in your box for a much lower price if you're a member, and if you're getting the subscription box. So it's a great deal. I really like it. Like I said, not sponsored by KnitCrate. But I'm going to show you that here in just a couple minutes. First of all, what I'm wearing. I'm wearing one of last year's sweaters, and I really like this sweater. This was one of my first boxy sweaters, and I'll stand up and show it to you. This is the Essential sweater, and I made this in a boxy style. I really like it. I haven't had it on for many months, and I thought, I'm going to wear this today because it's going to be high in the 40s today, and that is cold for me, so I wanted to wear some wool. So this is a wool yarn from Ice Yarns. It's a white wool with a black mohair wrapped around it. It was very easy to crochet with, and I created a pattern called the Essential sweater, and this is the sweater that I'm wearing right now. I really like it. It looks nice with a red turtleneck. In the picture I'm wearing a light gray turtleneck with it. You can wear green. I believe you can get away with navy because navy and black are okay to wear together, and especially if you have on a pair of jeans. I'm wearing black pants today. This is what it looks like in the back. It's a boxy sweater. You can see that. It's very boxy, and what I did with this, I did not crochet the sleeves into the body of the sweater. These sleeves are set in right here. If you notice, the boxy part of the sweater comes pretty far down your arm, so the sleeve itself is not that long, so it doesn't take that long to crochet the sleeve into the sweater. And then at the bottom of the sleeve, I tell you in the pattern how to make a really pretty cuff without using ribs. So that's what I'm wearing today. This pattern is available on my Etsy shop. I know it's a long pattern. It's got a lot of detail in it. It's 17 pages long. But there's some pictures in here of progress. There's also a lot of text, and I try to explain every step in a very much of detail and allow you to make the sweater to fit you and make it as boxy as you want, make it as long as you want, and of course you can adjust the length of the sleeves, also the edging around the neck that matches the sleeve. And it was made in 2 pieces plus 2 more pieces for sleeves. So you have 4 pieces to sew together. It's not difficult to make at all. It's a little bit different from my new style where I crochet the sleeves right onto the sweater, but that would not have worked on this very, very boxy sweater. So I set the sleeves in here, and then I crocheted down to the cuff and put a cuff on each sleeve. So that's what I'm wearing today. Like I said, it's on my Etsy shop, and if you remember the community, you should have a 20% discount just in the email that I sent you when you first join the community. You can use it anytime you want. When I release a new pattern, I usually include a 30% discount for community members, and you can use it on that new pattern or any of the other patterns, including this one, in my Etsy shop. So you might want to check that out. Now on to some progress with my Christmas gifts. As you know, I've been crocheting Christmas gifts for my family and my friends, and I have finished some of them. I haven't sewn in all the ends of the yarn yet. I'll probably do that while I'm watching TV or something. But I did finish my 3 Kimberly Cowell sideways scarves in the Malabrigo yarn, Rios brand, worsted yarn. I really, really like it. I've shown this before, but I want to show you they're finished. They're all 6 feet long, and I'll just show you a little bit of each one. This is the Nimbus Gray. This is very beautiful. I never thought I would like gray, but this one has turned out really nicely. So I like the gray. That is for a friend that likes gray. This one is done in the Lotus colorway, and it is done in 4 patterns across, where the gray one was only 3. This has got 4 patterns across in my Kimberly Cowell sideways pattern, and this is what it looks like crocheted up. It is really, really pretty. I made it large, and I also made it long. So this is another 6-foot scarf that I crocheted up, and I've now finished it. I still have stitch markers on there. Look at that. I haven't taken the stitch markers off, but I will do all that, of course, before I wrap. And then the last scarf that I made was in the same yarn exactly, and this is the color Cowboy. It's more of a kind of a blue purple color, navy. It has a lot of navy in it. So this friend wears a lot of navy. She has navy jackets, and she likes to wear jeans. So this would look great with blue jeans. And I hope you can see that. This is a beautiful colorway. It's called Cowboy. It has, I guess it's for jeans. I don't know. I don't know why they call it Cowboy. But I have finished these 3 scarves. So I'll be putting those into gift bags and with a pretty Christmas card, and those will be done. And on the 11th, we will exchange gifts, and I'll be all finished with my gifts. Usually the night before we meet, I am still crocheting something. So this is unprecedented for me. And it's a nice feeling to know that my scarves are already completed. So moving on to some family gifts. I have been working very hard this weekend. I've been a busy bee. And I was using Mandala Fluffy, which is a yarn that I discovered and really liked. I ordered some extra of the Mandala Fluffy. This color in particular is called Glass Squid. And I made a super simple cowl out of that Mandala Fluffy. And here it is. It's really beautiful. I like it. It's got a little bit of brown in it, some gray, and some white. Actually has a little bit of white in it. Not much. It's mostly gray and a little bit of brown, but it does have the white. I'm going to try this on and show it to you. It doesn't look that great with this sweater because the colors aren't matching, but this is what it looks like up close. This is made by the Super Simple Cowl. It's in my Etsy shop. You can go out there and take a look at it. This is beautiful. I really like the way that turned out. I make these Mandala Fluffy cowls with a PQ hook, and I've put it somewhere. Here it is. This is my PQ hook that I use. It's a really large hook. It is a 15mm hook, and it works great with these. I actually can make one of these cowls in about an hour and a half, maybe even less. I guess the hour and a half includes the sewing together, because these are made in a rectangle. So it took me almost 2 skeins to make this longer one. This is for a taller relative of mine, and so I made this a little bit longer, but you can make it as long as you want. And what you can do is either do a foundation, half double crochet row or a chain row, put it around your neck, see if there's plenty of room to attach it in the front, and give yourself a little extra, and because you're going to be sewing it this way. It's going to be sewn this way, so it's going to be a rectangle sewn, and it's going to have to fall here. Now you might want it to be shorter. I did make a couple shorter ones for smaller people, so this is a really pretty one. I like this. I'm all finished with it. I've tied the ends in, I've sewn it up, so it's all ready to go. This is the original that I made that just inspired me to make more of these. This is the Viper Fish colorway. Very pretty Mandala fluffy yarn from Lion Brand. I am not sponsored, but this is really, really pretty. Turned out nice. I think I described this in the Super Simple Cow, that when you make your stitches, you see my finger right there, you put your hook between the two stitches in the previous row and not in the top of the stitch, so that it's easier and faster to crochet. You don't make any mistakes that way. You can find the hole very easily with your fingers if the light is low in the room, you can't see. So that is the Viper Fish colorway. Now for the last one, I really like this one too. This is the colorway Fire Goby. I have no idea, that might be a fish name or something, name of a fish. Fire Goby, G-O-B-Y, and that's the colorway in this particular Mandala Fluffy. And this is what it looks like. Oh, it's just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I really like this one too. I like them all, actually. Let me try this on and show you how it fits. This is a little shorter than the last one I showed you, but this is the Fire Goby colorway. And it has a lot of blue, turquoise, pink, and purple. There's no gray, there's no white, there's no black. So this is all fun colors in here, but they're not obnoxious. I found it to be very beautiful. And the way the colors blend into each other as they're along the row, I know when you put one row next to each other, you're going to see more contrast. But I think that's beautiful with a nice colorway like this. This is really nice. I like it very much. The Super Simple Cow, easy to make, hour and a half, and you've got a nice Christmas present. So all you need is a PQ hook and a whole lot of Mandala Fluffy. Now each one of those took less than 2 skeins. One of them took a skein and just a portion. Another one took 2 full skeins. And the brown and gray one that I showed you first has about this much yarn left, not too much. So you almost have to consider 2 skeins per cowl. If you crochet fewer rows around, you might be able to get away with 1 skein. I bet you could, honestly. You would just have to reduce the number of rows that you crochet. And on these two, I don't know if in the pattern I said it, but the last row that I did was a half double crochet to match the first row. And again on this one, I did a foundation half double crochet row to start, and it was not difficult. I've kind of avoided doing that because I like to just chain up and go, but one of my subscribers recommended it. But I did find that the row actually stretches much better than a chain up row, so just take that into consideration. You can find a foundation half double crochet row video on the web. You can find 20 of them probably out there, so it's very easy to do. You just have to follow the directions a time or two and then you'll have it. So you can do it with double crochet, single crochet, half double crochet, all those. So just a little tip. Now something else I wanted to speak about was a little bit of a haul. Now I did get the Mandala Fluffies in and I made those. They're so tall, they're stacked up right here on my desk. So I got those made. But I ordered more Mandala Fluffy because it was 4 for $10 again. And I really decided I was going to order some more. So I ordered some more of that. It has not come yet. But I did finish my Christmas gifts with the first order that I put in. And that was just a very small order to match what I already had. So I've just kind of ordered 2 or 3 times, but I can always use that particular yarn, especially for gifts. Now, another thing that I did was I ordered 4 balls of Bangkok colorway, Red Heart Colorscape, and this is what it looks like. That's the label, but this is the colorway. It is absolutely gorgeous. I've always liked this colorway. I did not use this to make my crescent moon shawl. I created it with a different colorway. The name of that one was Rome, R-O-M-E, but this is, in particular, this is the Bangkok colorway, and I found it on Etsy. I couldn't find it anywhere else, but I found it on Etsy, and they had 4 balls of this, and so I bought 4 balls of this, and it's 100% acrylic. It's a beautiful yarn. The colorway, the colors blend into each other very beautifully. One reason I really like this particular Red Heart yarn, not sponsored, each one has 187 yards on the ball, 100 grams, and it is a number 4 yarn, so it's a worsted weight yarn. Very beautiful, and I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet, but I have some plans, and I'm going to see if I can work something out with the nearly 800 yards of this. So really like it. I'm glad that the girl on Etsy had this. I don't know where she got it. I guess she got it from Red Heart, but Red Heart didn't have it. Nobody had it. And I was very disappointed till I found it on Etsy. So I was really excited to get this. And it came the other day in a really cute bag from a girl on Etsy. Her name is Kim Yinger, Y-I-N-G-E-R. She has a shop on Etsy. I'll put a link to her Etsy shop in the description box for you. All right, on to my KnitCrate unboxing for November. This is the card that was inside. The keyword here is chiaroscuro, or chiaroscuro, and this is the name of a technique in painting where you use light and dark against each other, and it was first introduced by Leonardo da Vinci, and it's a little bit of a hats off to Leonardo, one of my favorite artists. But this is the technique that he used to paint a lot of his paintings. So I wanted to show you that because it's not the booklet, it's just a card, and you can go online and call up the booklet, and I'm going to show you a little bit of that in just a second. My yarn that came was Energize Me yarn, and that's 4 colors that they selected for this particular type of colorway, and they're Vitalana ambient worsted yarn, and I'll just show it to you there. It's a worsted weight, and it's not soft. I mean, it's soft enough, but it's not, it's a little bit scratchy, so I probably wouldn't be making anything right up next to my skin. I also have some other Vitalana over there that's still over there in my stash. I haven't found a use for it yet, but anyway, these are the 4 colors. I'll show them very, very quickly. This is Impasto. They're all 100% Peruvian Highland wool, and it is hand wash only, lay flat to dry. This is color Impasto. That's Impasto or Impasto. This is the color Contrapposto. It's a little bit of a, almost like a rose. It's a tonal though. It's really pretty. There are different tones of this particular color. Very subtle tones, but very nice. I like that. This one is Sprecciatura. It's another Italian name of something. I don't know. I haven't looked this one up yet. But this is sort of like a pink, a little bit of a pink rosy color. If I get it back a little bit, it's a little more true to color there. It's a almost like a rose. The last color is Raphael, and that is a worsted weight also. They're all worsted weight, 100 yards on each hank. So I have 400 yards of these colors, and there they are. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with these. I had plans to ball them up and show them to you and be started on a project, but I haven't decided what it's going to be. They may end up in my stash for a while until I decide what to do with them. Now I'm going to turn the camera to the computer and show you just a little bit of the booklet that comes with this particular month, November 2020. Here is the inspirations booklet that is on my computer now. It's not in paper form, of course, but I wanted to show you how it comes. You just type in a website that they give you the name on this actual, on the card they give you the name, and you just type it in and you call it up and you can look at the patterns. This tells you what's inside the book. I'm really missing the book. I might have to order the book next time, but it talks about the tree planting project for the month. This is the name of the particular program for November 2020 and some of the colors that came in the not crates, in the bags. And then these are the sock colors. And then the influencer is Vincent Williams, and he has a website. It talks about him in here as well. Those are the 3 colorways that you could have ordered. I ordered these over here. This is the Energize Me. They also had these colors, which are the All Natural, and these colors, which are the Chill Out. So those are the 3 colorways you could have chosen, and I chose the Energize Me. Now moving on, those are the sock yarns, and then there are the patterns. And I'm not going to show you all the way through, but they offer this pattern and a children's sweater, because that's all you can make out of that yarn is something small, a hat or a little child sweater. And then there's a couple of other patterns there. I think there's a crocheted sock pattern and some others. So I just wanted to show you those. There are some of the patterns that are in here. There's a bag pattern down here. This particular pattern was not in the book. It says available in the ebook only, and this Leonardo hat is also only available in the ebook. That was a look at my KnitCrate for November 2020. I had one more thing in there that I wanted to show you. They sent a pin, there's the word KnitCrate on there, and on the end you can press this little button on the end and it makes a light. So see, you can see that. It has a little lighted pin. That's kind of fun. And I'll put that in my pin box and I'll be using that. Thank you, KnitCrate. Now on to the giveaway for this week. It's the chenille and black ice yarns, and I had a full package of 8, 2 extra, and I found this in my stash. So there are 16 50-gram balls of this yarn, and this will go to the winner this week. I found another whole package of that, so that will go to the winner of the giveaway this week. The keyword was chenille, and let's turn the camera to the computer and see who wins our giveaway this week. Here we are at our computer, and I have entered the URL from last Monday there, and I checked all the boxes, and chenille is the key word. So let's find out how many comments we had. I tried to read every comment this week. I really enjoyed doing that. It was just great. All right, the number of entries in this giveaway are 347. Thank you for participating. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to start, and let's find out who wins all that ice yarn for this week. And the winner is Rose Abraham. Rose, you have won the ice yarn. So this yarn is beautiful. I've never used chenille yarn before. It looks so soft. Thanks for the giveaway. Good luck. So, Rose Abraham, you have won the ice yarn. Congratulations. Those of you who have been watching in the last few weeks knew that I had crocheted a sweater for my grandson. I actually crocheted 2 sweaters. That I crocheted one out of Basic Stitch anti-pilling yarn. That was the tan and white little sweater that I showed you. This is it right here. And unfortunately, it was too small. My grandson came with his brothers to Thanksgiving dinner, and this was too small. He'd just grown a huge amount since I saw him last, and this is too small. And in combination with that, this is just too small. I made this too small, and I don't know how it happened. I might have explained that before. I don't think I knew why it happened. I know the gauge was incorrect, and when your gauge is incorrect, that will happen, especially if you're making something to a size on a pattern, not if you're measuring out. That way, at least you know you're in the right ballpark if you have a measurement. I'm going to measure the chest on this sweater, and it is 22 inches wide right here under the arm. That was not big enough for him. He needed a bigger chest measurement. And his arms were too long for these arms, and it just didn't fit. So I am going to give this away. This will be the giveaway for next week. And the keyword will be stitch, S-T-I-T-C-H. Be sure you spell that right. And I'll put it right down here on the screen. S-T-I-T-C-H. Stitch is the keyword for next week. And whoever wins that giveaway will win this little sweater. If you have somebody to give it to, be sure to enter a comment with that particular keyword. And you can still comment if you don't use the keyword. I'll just figure that you didn't want to win the sweater because you didn't have anyone to give it to. But if you know a little guy or a young lady who would like to have this sweater, you can certainly do that. This is made from basic stitch. It's non-pilling, very nice, washable and dryable. I have not washed it. I would leave that to the person who wins this little sweater. So I have no more grandchildren small enough to wear this, so I'm giving this away. Next week's giveaway will be this sweater. Keyword is stitch. You might also remember that I made another sweater for the same little guy, and it was made from Mary Maxim rag yarn, and the colorway was denim. Really liked it. It's so cute. Really enjoyed making it, and I think it fit. I made it by a size 3, and it's a little bit too long in the length. I will try to find a picture of it and show it to you and enter the picture. I wanted to show you that because the difference in size was huge, quite a bit difference. And I also made the sleeves long as the pattern, but you can roll them up, and we did have to roll them up on him, but the 3 fit in pretty well across the chest and in the neck. It was just a little bit long in the length, and next year he may be able to wear that again, roll the sleeves down, and the length might be just right next year. So I just wanted to let you know that. I did make a sweater for him, and she already and his mom already took it home, so that I got some pictures of him, but I don't know how many I actually snapped. He was moving pretty fast. So that was Thanksgiving dinner. We did all that. I made the first sweater, the brown sweater, from this pattern with Yarn Inspirations, and it's the Fair Isle, it's the Boys Fair Isle pullover. Free pattern on yarnspirations.com. You can look it up there. It's very easy to find. The second pattern I actually made up on my own and used some measurements from a general body measurements chart, and I don't have a pattern for it. I don't know if I'm going to write a pattern for it. I might, but not right now. I'm really busy trying to get ready for Christmas, and I'm really excited about Christmas this year. Now, if you're a member of the community, yesterday, or last night actually, I sent out a free pattern, and that was for the Fun Time blanket. And I really enjoyed making it. I enjoyed writing the pattern for it. It wasn't very difficult, so I gave that away. I just wanted y'all to have it. It's something easy that you can make for Christmas. My plans are 40 by 60 blankets. I haven't made very much progress on those because I was trying to finish the cowls and scarves for my friends and family. And so for the grand boys, I'm making 3 blankets, one in blue, one in dark blue, and one in gray, all contrasted with ivory, which is considered the main color. And the contrasting colors are the blues and the gray. I'm going to be working hard on those this week. That is my focus for the week. I hope I can finish those, or at least make some good headway in finishing those blankets, because that's important to get that all done before we have their Christmas, probably the week before Christmas. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know some of my subscribers have written to me in the comments and said that they enjoy the conversational style, and I do too. I like to converse with my subscribers. I like to talk to you directly. I don't like to have a huge structure on my videos, but I do have everything laid out on my desk. I want you to know that I do care enough to plan ahead, to get dressed, to wear something I've actually made, to talk about everything that I can in detail so that you can learn something or get some information that you might need to do something for yourself. I always hope that you will make something beautiful for yourself because crocheting is fun, and if you spend all those hours on a crocheted item, it's fun to have one for yourself, if not for lots of other people. I know you all are so generous that you make lots of things for other people. I like to consider crochet something I can give away, but I also like to make things for myself. So you might consider that this year. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We did. It was great. We had a lot of people here, and we weren't afraid of each other. There was no fear. There was no fear. This year's an odd year. Maybe next year will be a little bit better. I don't know. But here's hoping that you had a great Thanksgiving and at least got to speak to your family. I hope you have a wonderful week. Be sure to put a comment down in the description box and sign up for the baby sweater. And you know, I thought about this, but those of y'all who go to church, and a lot of you do, if you have children at church that this might fit, you could also give it to one of them. On the QT, of course, you wouldn't want to do that in front of people, but if you know a mom that has a child this size, you might consider putting a comment down, at least getting in the giveaway, so you can give it to a deserving child this Christmas. So I would be no more pleased than if a child would take this sweater and wear it, because it's really comfortable and it keeps somebody warm for the winter. I will see you again on Monday. Happy crocheting, and make something beautiful today, whether it's for you or someone else. And sign up for the community, because there may be another free pattern coming out. I'm not sure. The blanket pattern may be the last one for the year. I don't know. But you do get a free pattern when you do sign up for the community. It's the Hug Me Cow. It's really pretty, and it comes with your community membership. So if you sign up, you'll get a free pattern right off the bat. I hope you have a wonderful week, and let's meet again on Monday when we find out what's on the hook.